Motoring Radio Show, podcasting across iTunes and talkandpower.com.au.
All right, welcome to the Talk and Power podcast, and this is a special episode. We are transmitting from Benzene Detailing. It's your Australia's biggest morning tea, and we've got Johnny Alardi here with us, and Todd's joined us as well. Thanks for joining us, Johnny.
Thanks for coming, Nick. Please.
Hey, look, we need to tell our listeners that are listening to this. So this is the second time we've done this event. So it's basically a fundraiser. It is for the Australia's biggest morning tea. Funds go to the Cancer Council of Australia, and you come in at the end of the day. We've put on a bit of a car show here. I think there's about 25, 30 cars out there, and we've got a whole lot of people coming in to have a look at it, and the weather's been really great to us. Thanks for having us, and thanks for making the Talk and Power podcast a part of it. Really appreciate it, and I know all the people out there are really having a great time.
No problem, Nick. That's I think we've done this a few times now, so I think it was a no-brainer to again do it together and put on a good event, and yeah.
The beauty about this year is we've got a bit of a mix out there as well, haven't we, of cars. We've got the Jap import section, so Todd's actually brought the Evo along, and Brad's got the RX-7 out there as well, and we've got a bit of couple of drag cars as well, and we've also got Grand Champion Mark Happy Williams here as well with his car as well. So it's a great turnout, and the weather's looking a bit touch and go there, but everyone's turned out in any event.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'll talk now. How's that sound?
Yeah, come on, Todd.
Just Johnny, it's good to have someone else talking for once. So, it's a great turnout. It's great to be doing it for charity. Like, let's just make that one clear. It's great to be... And I was all over this. I heard about this. Cancer Council. Yeah, let's do this. And the collection of cars here. We're actually looking at 2 Ferraris right now.
I forgot to mention that. That's to my left is that some of these are some of the best Ferraris that you'll ever see. So, Johnny, can you talk us through these 2 cars over here?
I hope you don't want specifications.
No. Just
look. First, I'll just touch on the car side of things. I'm very lucky to work with a lot of diverse, variety of cars. So, and obviously these 2 Ferraris are a part of it. They're both 488s. One's a Spider and one's a Pista. So, obviously one's the convertible version, and the one on the other side is the one you want to take to the track on the weekend. So. They're quite unique, and the Pista, obviously, I think you need to have been in sort of Ferrari's sort of database or have owned some specific models to own that sort of spec car. So it's quite, I'm actually honoured to work on it, and twice as honoured to have it here today.
It is, and I don't know how many of those would be in Australia. Like literally, probably not that many, I would have thought. And
yeah. It's not the only thing that probably lets that car down. It's not numbered like the 458 Speciality was.
Yep.
So you will see a few of them, but it will be a while before you probably see a lot of people having them out because most of the guys I think may have bought them for investment purposes because of how you have to acquire it.
Yeah, they are magnificent cars. And if you're watching the podcast, if you're listening to the podcast or on the radio 88.5 FM, we forgot to shout out to 88.5 FM. If you are listening to us, I urge you to go back to our Facebook page or to our website or to Benzene Detailing website as well, and you can see these cars in the flesh as we're speaking. They are absolutely magnificent specimens of what Italians can build. Sorry, I had to throw that in, Todd.
No, good on you. I was going to say, they are. Yeah.
Johnny, just talk us through biggest morning tea around Australia. I know we're a bit late, but I think, given the circumstances, we try to have this during the time where normally we have the biggest morning tea. So we've had to put it back a couple of months, but we're so lucky in Western Australia to be able to do this event, aren't we? And shout out to our sponsors as well that got on board. It's Bello Café, Swissvax. They put up some great prizes. Benzene Detailing, of course, put up some great prizes. And Woolworths, we need to shout out to Woolworths as well. Silvan Australia, and Auto One, of course. Auto One
and the Barbaro
Barbaro Butchers, of course. Yeah, Barbaro
Sausage
Butchers have come on board and helped us as well today. So, look, it's a testament to the number of companies that, you know, we just put our feelers out there and everyone jumped to help, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's always jumping on board to help out for this sort of event.
Bello Café as well. Did I mention
said
them?
that,
I did.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Bello Café. Oh, they got a plug twice. That's all right. But everyone jumped on board to help us, and it's such a big charity. You know, the Cancer Council, Biggest Morning Tea. I just feel like we've kind of, with the COVID period, we've kind of, I don't want to say hijacked, but the pandemic has certainly taken the focus off other charities or other things we need to be focusing on. So when you came to me and mentioned you wanted to do this again, I was really glad. And I think, you know, not that doesn't deserve any focus, but I think that to get our focus back onto the Cancer Council is just as important. So no, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you getting us involved.
Oh, but it wouldn't happen any other way, Nick.
No worries. All right, well, look, on that note, we'll take a short break. We've got a few guests lined up here. I know there's some people we'll have to con them into coming on the podcast, but we'll get them on, and slowly we'll get through them all today. All right, thanks a lot, Johnny. Thanks for having us on.
No, thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, welcome back. I'm Nick DeChimbri from the Talking Power podcast. I'm here with Todd Brinkworth, and we've got a special guest with us, Andy Cale. Andy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting me along.
When Johnny and I spoke about this show, we thought, you know, I don't know what was wrong with me, but it took me a couple of days to work out that we needed to have you here, and of course that magnificent car you've brought along as well. So look, just tell us a little bit about yourself first. So the charity you represent, or you founded, correct me if I'm wrong, Therapy on Wheels?
Therapy on Wheels is my charity that I founded, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that and how that came to be.
Okay, so it was a unique idea that originally came from another racer whose wife had gone through breast cancer as well. And I'm also a breast cancer survivor. And we got chatting about how the racetrack and all the people at the racetrack are an awesome therapy for us. And he suggested that we find a way that we could share that awesomeness with the regular people, the non-racers.
Yep.
And so he said, you're the sort of person that I can give you an idea and you'll just run with it. So bit of chatting, a bit of searching on Gumtree to find a cheap car, and we came up with the Mercedes-Benz. It's a unique car that no one's ever seen on the racetrack before, or at least not on the drag strip. And the idea is that we use it to promote breast cancer awareness, and also take family members and breast cancer survivors and patients for the ride of their life, to give them a bit of happiness and joy and a bit of an adrenaline rush, and show them that there's some awesome greatness in the world.
There is some awesomeness and greatness in the world, if that's a proper word, and my apologies if it's not. But tell us, it's a little bit more than that as well, because Simon was explaining to me, and it's something that I never thought of or never considered. Generally speaking, after you've been, you know, I don't speak from experience, I hope no one quotes me, but after you've been down the track in what we'll say roughly 9 seconds, the adrenaline that's flowing through your body after that goes on for some time, and that allows you to talk about your experiences as well. And that doesn't necessarily mean the experience going down the track, but the emotions that you're going through with cancer.
It does. It's a very opening, emotionally opening experience. It makes you feel like you can conquer the world, and everybody around you want to share that feeling with, and you want to open up, and they actually used it after the war to help soldiers with suffering from PTSD. It was a therapy that they would put them through an adrenaline charged situation, and then they would sit back and just chat. and it really did help them to open up.
Yeah.
And we figured that we can do exactly the same thing. So why not?
No doubt you'll be able to do the same thing. So I don't know if you really noticed. You probably did it because you were probably focusing on the truck when it arrived here. But I was actually standing in the centre there when your car arrived here on the tilt tray. And honestly, the crowd actually went. There was a silence.
Yeah, there was. No, legitimately, I went
like
silent, and I'm always talking. But hey,
what just happened? What's A? What's that? And B, is that really what we think it is? And there's so many people who have come up to me and says, "Geez, that's how Mercedes should have really built them."
yeah.
Absolutely. They should have put a Hemi in when they did the merger with Daimler Chrysler. They should have put a Hemi in it.
So just give us a brief of the car for those listeners that have just joined us, because I know Simon has talked about it a little bit. We're going to get you on. This is not. We probably shouldn't talk too much about it because we're actually going to get you and Mick back as well on one night, and Simon, and we'll talk through the car in detail. But just give us a brief rundown.
So basically, it was purchased as a street-registered 320 CLK Mercedes-Benz Coupe. It still had 3 months registration on it. Mick actually drove it to work. So,
I remember when you bought it, actually. I remember seeing it.
Yeah. And now there are a few people out there that think we spent a fortune on it. No, it was in the really, really cheap cars on Gumtree section because the engine was stuffed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So we didn't spend heaps on it. Then we had a chat about what engine to put in it, and because it is a 2004, it made sense to put the Hemi in it. It is a 6.2 Hellcat supercharged Hemi that has been shoehorned, for any better choice of the word, in. We have big fat radial tyres on the back. And we have also put most of the interior, although very, very modified, back into the car to make it look really nice and smick again.
It does. It looks almost factory. When we were pushing it off the trailer, off the tilt tray, I noticed I had a good look inside. It looks almost factory in there, doesn't it?
That's the idea. Is we do want it, because it is a Mercedes-Benz. We want it to have that really special, classy look about it still.
Yeah.
So,
No, most certainly. So car in all, to me, it's ready to roll. It's like it's running as well. But so much more work to do to it.
There's still a little bit of interior work to do. We're very, very close. There is quite a bit as far as the tuning side of things goes. It is running. It's not running very well at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
There's not really a tune in there.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, Andy, as I said, we won't hold you back here too long. We will get you back, and we'll have a long discussion about the car, because I have a lot of questions, and about the charity as well. So we really want to do we want to do it justice, but we thought we'd just get you on here today just to celebrate the event, and we really appreciate you bringing the car down. And I think it's been a major draw card. And as I said, when that truck rocked up and backed in, everyone was like, what's that? that is awesome. Whatever it is, it was this silence just fell upon everyone, and
that's right.
So it's a testament to yourself, to your husband Mick, and to Simon, and to Nicole as well, and to Simon's family and the crew at Allfast, and also I think I saw him before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know his actual name. They call him. Yes, Alistair. I know him as Lurch.
Well, Lurch's Fabrications, yes.
Yeah, and
he's done some amazing work on it as well.
Yeah, yep. So I mean, collectively, it's been a lot of work on the car.
It's been a joint project by a lot of people.
Yeah, yep. And any look, you may as well thank some. If there's anyone you need to thank, go ahead.
Absolutely. Can I can thank my sponsors?
You can thank whoever you want.
Okay, I'd like to give a thank you to Speedflow for supplying all the fittings without even questioning.
Yep.
Bowden's for all the detailing, detailing stuff. And Cosmic Cocktails, who are going to hold our launch party. obviously all fast race cars for all the effort they've put in. Davies Craig.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of others that I've forgotten.
That's all right. That's okay.
But I'd like to thank all of our sponsors and everybody who helped out.
No, it's an amazing effort, and it's a testament to yourself. It's a beautiful car. We're really looking forward to see it go down the track, and we're even more excited about seeing some of the passengers in that car, and just to see their look on their face when they get out. I mean, can you imagine? For me, that 9 seconds is fast. That's moving. That's not hanging around. So for our listeners, 9 seconds is roughly your latest. I think the last HSV did it in. I think they did it in 13. Your the
12 and a bit.
12 and a bit.
Yeah,
all right. Sorry, I undersold the HSV. There you go.
I think what we'll actually we'll probably be looking at more like 10 seconds.
Okay.
I do have a restriction because of safety requirements as to how fast I'm allowed to go with the passenger in the car. On the Wednesday nights because of track prep and everything. So it will be restricted to around about the 10-second mark.
It's okay, Andy. Liz isn't within earshot of us at the moment, so it's okay.
When I'm
10
racing
seconds. Do that. 10 seconds. And for those watching the video, I did the inverted commas. No, of course, we respect all the Andro regulations, and we've got, as I said, Liz Johns here. We should try and get her on, actually. All right, Andy, look, we really appreciate it. We'll let you get back to the car. There's crowds of people flocking around it, so we'll let you get back to it. And thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. It's Nick here again from the Talk and Power podcast. And look, the festivities have ended, and we're just wrapping up, and everyone's packing up and going home. So, Johnny, I must say, you've pulled it off, a magnificent event, and many thanks to your family and yourself and your family, and all the hard work you've done. At the end of the day, we use your venue here, and it's a magnificent venue, and I've had a blast, I'll be honest with you, and look, the feedback out there, everyone had a blast, so I think everyone had a really good time.
Yeah, definitely. I get most satisfaction, out of everyone else. Enjoying obviously the weather, the held off, the cars were good. If everyone's happy, I'm happy. So
that's right.
I probably couldn't. Sometimes you think, you're not lucky, but today we got lucky. So, and I think it's showing in the attendance. So.
Yeah. Most certainly.
Yeah, but so for added effect, it literally is sprinkling outside right now.
As we speak,
and everyone cleared out politely, but in a hurry because of the threat of rain. But yeah.
And everyone left in a safe manner as well.
Which was great to see.
The
but
Department of Transport people are listening. Rita, the Honourable Rita Saffioti, if she's listening.
We can see anyway.
Yeah. No, we're definitely 100%. They've driven home in a safe manner. Hey, I just want to say one thing. People's Choice Award, that has blown me away. That really has. And I'm just going to say it now. Long live the X-Series Falcons. And XY Fairmont has come here today and taken home People's Choice Award. What do you think about that?
No arguments here.
I know.
So it speaks for itself, Nick. And so when we're working on yours again?
I say that respectfully. I mean... Antoine, who's won the People's Choice Award. It's a magnificent car, but it's all the cars that we had here, the XY still pulls the votes.
And it's the boys put me up there to have a look. They said, look, this is where it's at. And honestly, there was like 4 cars within a vote or two. So it was spread, quite evenly. It was literally just by 1 vote, and it got the bickies.
I'm going to say something, Johnny. That was a pretty official up there. When you were counting the votes, it looked almost like there was more procedure and protocol followed than a US presidential election.
Yeah. Well, you got a financial advisor, and you've got a guy that's probably my brother-in-law, who is the manager at or runs a team at Kwinana Refinery. So those guys don't stuff around, so yeah.
But they literally removed themselves from the crowds of people to another area completely in quiet, in peace, and actually counted the votes in the proper. Like I said, I reckon there was more procedure put into that than the US presidential election. But anyway, that's probably I shouldn't say that. Some of the listeners might be offended by that.
you see how we execute things in this workshop, so I wouldn't expect anything less.
I know, I must say that this is clinical, this place. You can perform open heart surgery here. And for those that are listening to us, please go back and watch the video. When I say that, I literally mean it. You can perform surgery in this place.
Yeah, that's right.
It has been nicknamed the surgery, over a few times. So yeah, we'll say that.
No, it's been great. Hey, look, we really enjoyed having us along, and we really appreciate it. And I mean, I think this event, I mean, from the people that we spoke out there today, it's certainly forged its history in the future, and we really look forward to doing it again and again and again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd love to keep doing it here, but you know, we have the capacity to get more cars and people in, so it's a good thing to have it, obviously in the workshop, but we may need to look at doing something a bit bigger, better. Maybe do this and do another one.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, 100%. Okay, Johnny, Todd, any closing comments from you?
Not really. Well, shout out again to Johnny for holding the day. Thank you. My little Japanese rice rocket was sitting out in the car park. I think got 2 or 3 looks during the whole day, but hey, better than nothing.
Can we look, how many votes did he get?
Probably, I'm not sure. But he got a raffle prize. So
yeah, he did.
So he still comes home with something.
Yeah, he comes home with.
Oh no, not rigged by the way, people. I was as shocked as everyone else was. But no, it was a great day. Thanks, Johnny. I'm looking forward to doing another one, hopefully sooner rather than later. And met some very interesting people. A lot of cars that are on magazine covers, stuff like that. And it just shows people are really approachable. They love to talk about the like-minded community, which is cars. And also, I mean, the main shout is, Cancer Council.
Yes,
I think a lot of us all have people that have been affected by cancer, and the Cancer Council do an amazing job. I can't stress that enough. So, if you're not even into cars, but support your charity, wherever it is to do with cancer, because,
I guess that's something I didn't actually address in the presentations, and that is obviously, it's affected myself, and I mean, you don't know anyone that cancer hasn't affected, so it's that's why we're here.
It's wide reaching, and that's why we spoke about it earlier, where we said that the focus has certainly been on COVID-19, but I think the focus needs to go we need to keep in mind that
these events haven't been able to be run because of the restrictions, so a lot of budget hasn't been met for the year, so this is a small dent, but it's still a dent.
That's right. Yeah, no, 100%.
So I saw Mr. Jordan Least before, holding some sausages and buns. Hopefully he's got one for me, Jordan. I know you listen every now and then, so I'm going to find you in a minute.
And also thanks to David Turk for shooting some video as well today. So we had Boris Viskovich from Street Machine magazine here. We had Jordan Least from the former Forged magazine, and previous to that were Perth Streetcar magazine, and we've also got Todd that shot a lot of video, so all the video you're going to see a bit later on or in this video will be from Todd and David Turk as well. We really appreciate their time as well, and all of our families, of course, that have helped out as well. So
that's right.
All right, guys, look, we'll end this one here, and we'll let everyone get back to their long weekend. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks for having us.
No, thanks, Nick. Thanks,
and thanks, Nick. Thanks, Johnny.
No worries.
Podcasting across iTunes and talkandpower.com.au.